I'm currently an audit shareholder with a Texas regional firm. I have been with this firm for the past, by this June will be 21 years. I started with the traditional accounting auditing services, doing a lot of auditing in our firm, specifically with real estate industry. And as we have moved forward, I learned a lot about the business from auditing, and also have developed a passion really to help business owners, because my family, we also have our own business, as well. As you know, in my mind, auditors were like historians, right? We're providing that hindsight, right? There's always a 2020 vision with a hindsight, and at the same time, how valuable is that to a client? And I have, over the years, I think since last 7-8 years, I have kind of transitioned our office and myself more toward providing consulting advisory services. So it's a more focus on the foresight versus, hindsight on the auditing or doing the compliance test. It's more like an oversight. I believe that is a more valuable services to the clients.
So you, how long ago did you start this?
I started doing the consulting advisory services, kind of branch out from the auditing. I'm still doing auditing.
Right.
And about 2015, so 7 years ago.
Nice, very nice. Now, I'm sure you faced some challenges, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, definitely. I think it's not just our firm, it's with I think it's especially with mid-sized and smaller CPA firms. One of the challenges we hear almost every day is, hiring and retaining talents. In that regard, I have really thought about it. Why are we facing such a challenge with hiring and retaining talents? Especially, it's with every industry, but in my mind, because maybe we're in it, I feel like it's it's a real serious problem with our accounting industry. And I looked back, our accounting industry actually is a very old industry. We have been here for, I don't know, over a century. Is that over, right? We have been here for over, a century, I think. And if you think about the way we hire, and also the way we bring on, and the way we keep that relationship with our employees under the old ways, it's more like a transactional. It starts from like a resume, like what kind of position we need. We need someone with a bachelor's degree. We need someone who is, CPA ready or wants to take CPA exam. And then we tell them, okay, we want you to come in to be able to do the audit or do the tax return or, do the reconciliations. It's very transactional. And you think about nowadays, the millennials, the Gen Z, how can those transactional activities keep them motivated? We have not really invested a lot of, as a business owner, a lot of energy or resources really to help our team to transition and also provide some kind of, in my mind, transformational experience for them. Think about it, we as business owners, we are very passionate about our business, right? Course, and that's why we own the businesses. But how can we expect the same from an employee, right, to have the same passion about our businesses? In my mind, we got to turn that around instead of treating them more like a transactional, but, communicate with them, ask them about their, financial goals, their personal goals, their professional goals, and tell them and share them with, them about our business goals. and tell them as a business owner, really, we're here to do our best to help you to reach these, your personal, financial, professional goals when you help the business to achieve the business goals, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, that requires the business owners, we have a very clear understanding and also is able to articulate and communicate those business goals with our team members.
Yep.
And it goes two ways. To me, it helps if a team member is not willing to spend time and devote energy to identify and understand their goals, personal goals, how can we expect them to devote their time and energy in the business, right?
Yeah.
Conversely, if a business is not clear about our goals, how can we expect a team member, especially a high-performing team member, who are clear on their goals, who are confident to do great things and to join your team? So going back to that challenge, I think we got to change our mindset as accounting industry is to really devote a lot of energy and investment in our people and to make that connection.
Yeah, I agree. And staffing is always the number one challenge, as you mentioned, and especially finding talent that's going to be as like invited into the firm and with your vision, your goals, right? And make sure that it's going to be a good fit. And it could be a struggle. And it seems like nowadays in 2021, right, it's been much more of a challenge and a lot more of a staffing shortage going on. And so I know, and you said the accounting profession is 100 years old. Yeah, that's for sure. And sometimes they have the mindset like that. Have you like kind of changed your processes during this during the pandemic? Have you changed kind of utilizing technology or changed any of your processes recently?
Well, I think for our firm, we, in that technology regard, we are a little bit, I think, forward thinking than maybe some of other mid-sized, smaller firms. We have been doing like a cloud, remote access for a while. And at least for all of our audit, we're paperless audit. We have been doing that since 2006. So the pandemic kind of pushed everyone to go remote for a while. That did not really create challenges on the technology side, to continuously to be able to work. But it did create some challenges, for us to figure out how to maintain that productivity and engagement with the team who work remotely. Definitely.
For sure, yeah. I know you yourself, you explored offshore staffing, but you haven't implemented yet. But I know some of your colleagues and friends have done so. So can you talk a little bit of your thoughts in regard to offshoring?
Yeah, sure. I mean, personally, I think, that offshoring workforce along with the integration of different technology is the future. The reality of the economy, like you and I, we both said, it's right now in the current economy, it's very hard to find people, right?
Yeah.
So you have to come up with that alternatives. And I think CPA firm is, again, it's a very old industry. And to me, I look at it as it requires that core group and the leadership group to have that fundamental drive to evolve and to really get rid of our old thinking. They may have held true in the past, but as the world, as the time evolves, those old thinking may not be true anymore. And personally, for example, my husband, he has a wellness clinic. So when the pandemic hit, either some employees, they have to go back to their home, which is a different state, to be with their family.
Right.
Or, some of the employees, they were worried about their health. They did not want to, come in and work. So that really had forced him to think, differently, because as a small business owner, you put all of your life savings into this business and you need to make it work, right? So you're forced to think very creatively and also to make it happen. Again, that's a mindset, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You have to be from the ownership, core leadership level to be willing to do that. Actually, he has developed a very efficient, effective offshore team. Right now, he has 2 social media virtual assistant
Nice.
and 1 video editor virtual assistant and another 4 like more admin assistant. They're all virtual. I mean, he still has people in the office, don't get me wrong. By going offshore, a lot of people would think like, oh, you're going to take away the opportunities from the people here locally. No, I think it's an integration. As a business owner, we always want to hire people here locally because that's irreplaceable, right? At the same time, when you don't have that option, and also from the economic standpoint, when you look at the economic profit return, it just works.
Yeah. Wow, well said. Yeah, you give a good overview of the whole concept, right? And cost savings is part of it, but a lot of it is the finding the right talent, and that you don't have to feel like, wow, I can't find it locally where I am. What do I do? Where do I go? You're not stuck, and there are solutions and options out there, for sure. And so, and winding down, telling us about your journey, do you have any like just one expert tip for our audience and in regards to your experience so far?
Yeah, I think just going back still to our industry, I think CPA, we are no doubt is the most trusted advisor. There are so many opportunities for us out there as long as we're willing to be adaptable.
Yeah, yeah. You have to be. And so that goes exactly what you're saying, right? You got to get out of this archaic mindset and be adaptable, agile, and be ready to take on anything for whatever comes your way, or any type of challenges or any type of opportunities. Always keep your eyes open for both and take it head on, right? And that's awesome. So what is Jessica like doing when she's not being an awesome CPA?
Well, what I like doing, I love businesses. So also I love real estate.
Nice.
So yes. So our family, we invest in real estate. So I look at a lot of real estate related stuff, on my free time. And then for fun, my husband and I, we play tennis, and we also play pickleball. So I don't know if you know about pickleball.
Yeah, it's like it's got like a little rubber head and then like I can't describe it, but I could see it. Yeah,
exactly.
and
To me, it's like in between tennis and the ping pong.
with the lower net. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And tennis, wow. I like playing tennis, but I get very competitive, and just the when every time the ball goes out, I can't stand it. But that's good that you're we're out of the season now, so hopefully you get a chance to play some tennis, take some time off, right, and then gearing up for 2022. So
exactly.
Awesome. Well, Jessica, thanks so much for chiming in today and talking with me. Really appreciate this and you sharing your journey and your story with us. All right.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye.
Awesome. All right. Take care. Bye.